G'day friends and welcome to another one of my videos. I want to share with you today my top 5 pre-flight preparation tips for when you're getting ready to take the drone out on another amazing flight. These tips may seem obvious to you at first, but if you follow these steps, I guarantee that you won't be disappointed when you get to your takeoff destination. So if you don't want to get stuck in the harbour without a drone to fly, then stick around. Tip number 1, keep a checklist. It's very likely that whichever drone you use, you transport it in a bag which you've purchased, or the one that came with the drone like my DJI Phantom did. In the inner side of the lid is where I keep my pre-flight checklist. I do this because there are so many bits and pieces that you have to remember to pack, and old guys like me are always forgetting something. I stuck my checklist on the lid using clear adhesive plastic. This way I can always use an erasable marker to tick things off as I pack them. Then you can easily wipe it off and it's ready to be used for your next flight. Tip number 2, batteries. If you recharge your batteries after you return from each flight, it's a good idea to top them up the night before your next flight. Drone batteries tend to discharge while they're stored away and unused. So if it's been a while since you took your drone out last, then you might find yourself with batteries not in their full capacity. This may mean losing precious flight time and potentially missing out on that killer shot you were aiming to get. After recharging your batteries, make sure you pack them and tick them off the checklist, and that goes the same for controller batteries as well. Tip number 3, SD cards. These tiny little things are everyone's Achilles heels. I've met other drone pilots in the field shaking their heads because they remembered everything except the SD cards, and without those, you may as well pack your kit and go home for a cup of tea. Taking them with you is one thing. The other issue I've faced is that I've forgotten to format them after copying the footage to my computer at home. I'll be happily flying the drone and then receive the out of memory message. So annoying. On your checklist, make sure that you have a format step before you pack them into your kit. The other thing is to make sure that you have something very visible in which to store these little suckers so they are not so easily misplaced. Tip number 4, accessories. This list can be as long or as short as you need it to be, but I will mention the accessories that I wish I'd checked before heading out. So if you think I've missed any critical ones, make sure you list them in the comment section below for everyone else to read. Accessory number 1, propellers. Make sure you check the status of the ones you're using and always pack an extra set. Although these guys are very sturdy, you don't know when you'll need to change one. I had the misfortune of having a rough landing and one of the props hit the dirt and got damaged. Lucky I was carrying a spare. Accessory number 2, always pack a battery pack with sufficient charge to get you out of trouble in case one of the peripheral devices such as your mobile or iPad goes flat. Although some drones like the DJI's allow your iDevices to draw power from the controller, it is always good to have a backup regardless of your drone make. Also, don't forget to pack the corresponding charging cables. Accessory number 3, ND filters. For those of you who own drones like the DJI Phantoms, ND filters, which are like sunglasses for your camera lens, is a must when shooting in bright light settings. I will be doing a future video on shooting with ND filters, as when I was just getting started, working out which ND filter to use did my head in, so don't forget to subscribe and look out for future videos. Tip number 5, tablet or mobile device. Your checklist should apply the same to the monitor that you use for your drone, that is your tablet or your mobile. Make sure that it is charged, that you have sufficient space on the device, and don't forget to pack it in the bag. They are very useful in so many other ways. Usually the best drone shots are in isolated areas. Call coverage may not be available, but at least you should be able to get your GPS bearings on most modern smart devices. Your smart device should be able to tell you key information about your location in the form of a map, the weather conditions, and more importantly, if it is safe to fly your drone where you are. And that's it guys, those are my top 5 pre-flight preparation tips. I hope you find them useful. I've placed a link to my checklist on the comment section below. If you have made your own checklist, please let me know what I'm missing. I'd love to know. Click on the like button if you like this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope to see you again in my next video, and until then, ciao for now.